My name is, again, Vignesh. I work at Zoho and I take care of developer relations there. So just to set the agenda, so we will first take a look at Zoho's approach to implementing generative AI in our apps. And then we'll take a brief look at the tech that is powering this approach. And we will also, in the end, see how Zoho is sharing this technology and research that we've done over all these years with developers like you around the world. So, generative AI, LLMs, so these are not just buzzwords anymore, right? We see them being actively implemented in many applications that are being built today. And in some cases, apps that are being built today are considered outdated if they don't have these capabilities. And see, all this buzz is not just hype, because GenAI is really powerful. Primarily, I'll try not to, hide the slide. So it's really powerful because it uses natural language. So 3 or 4 years ago, we did not have the ability to talk to a computer and then get it do things for us. So that's completely changed the way how we do things. And they're also very versatile, of course, because of the large data set that they're trained on. So the same LLM that can help answer customer support queries can also, write a poem or suggest cooking recipes for you. And these models are continuously learning. And the best thing is that whatever we have today is the worst that it's ever going to be. So the quality and the capability of all these models are going to go up from now. So I'm sure some of you hopefully attended Bharat's session yesterday, introducing Zoho and all of that. So I'm not going to repeat everything. For those who missed, Zoho is a technology company that builds SaaS applications that help businesses operate. And we have over 55 applications catering to every need that a business would have, be it in so sales, finance, marketing, project management. So we have over 50 apps that do all of these things. And when this generative AI boom happened, we obviously wanted to implement these capabilities in our product, but we did not want to just give a random conversational interface inside our app that may not actually benefit our customers in any useful way. So when we set out to implement this inside our applications, we had a bunch of goals that we wanted to make sure that we meet if we are going to give this capability in our apps. So the first one was business context. So no matter what AI or LLM you use, it is only as good as the data that it has, right? So if we are going to give LLM capabilities, that LLM should have that particular customer's business context available for it, or else it's not going to be truly useful to them in any way. And so we also take privacy and data security very seriously. So we are compliant with a lot of global data privacy and protection standards. So if we are building this, that LLM capability should be compliant with Zoho's very high privacy and security standards. And the third one was cost. So just because we invest a lot in the infrastructure to provide these capabilities did not mean that we could simply pass on that cost over to our customers. So we wanted to ensure that affordability continued to remain the USP of our products. So we had to strike a balance between capability and the cost of this implementation as well. And finally, our environmental sustainability and governance goals. So once again, we had to strike a balance. Even though these things are cool, they still consume a lot of energy, right? So we wanted to make sure that we take a careful approach to how we go ahead and implement this. And so when we were doing this research, we realized that what's needed in the applications is not just AI, but CI. And CI, is nothing but artificial intelligence combined with critical business context. So in fact, we have been working in this CI space for a long time. And if I had to visualize how the contextual intelligence stack in a Zoho app would look like, it's like this. So, and again, contextual intelligence is great because we are able to use tailored models that are great at specific use cases while also being really effective at what they do, and also align with the goals that we have, instead of throwing a huge model on top of it just for some niche or specific task. And if I had to visualize it in Zoho, it will be like this. So we have the contextual engine that permeates all of our application layers at the bottom. And then we have the Zoho application platform. And then on top of that comes our generative AI layer. And so this contextual intelligence engine is something that we call as ZIA. And at Zoho, we've been researching in AI even before AI became mainstream and people started using it. So we had a dedicated research division that was doing all of these. And this ZIA engine does a lot of very specific things really, really well. Say, for example, prediction, audio or vision-based capabilities, sentiment analysis, facial analytics, and so. And this engine is embedded inside all of the 55 applications that Zoho is building. So just to give you some idea of how we combine these three in some of our applications to give actually meaningful use cases to our customers, we'll go through a few examples. So the first one being vision. So ZIA's vision engine is basically where you upload, or our customers upload the data that they want to train the model on. And then it has matching and detection capabilities. And then the customer can configure a workflow based on what that model has to do and all of that. So let's take the example of someone who is having a used car marketplace. And so in our CRM system, for example, they can upload data sets of images where cars have dents or scrapes on their paints. And then they can train this model. So all this data is provided by the customer, and that AI model is trained on customers' data. And so it's really laser focused and trained for their specific use case. So once this is done, the model is trained. And in that marketplace, every time someone uploads an image of a car for sale or anything like that, the ZIA model runs and does a detection and then sends it for approval, whether, hey, I've detected a dent in this image or a paint scraping in this image and all of that. So this is where the ZIA engine comes into picture. So once this is done, our generative AI layer kicks in. So for example, so after this, automated GenAI comes in and helps customers generate automated reports for agents to analyze and see, hey, we had so many customers who uploaded images like this, and these were all the common problems that were there. And it is also possible to use the GenAI layer to send communication back to the person who uploaded the image, telling them that, hey, so say, for example, you uploaded an image, and LLMs are really good at this, right? It can tell them, in this specific image that you uploaded, we found faults here, here, and here. And these are all the guidelines that we have in our used car marketplace platform. And so please make sure that the images that you upload comply with our standards, and this is why it got rejected. And LLMs can also be used to automatically fill the knowledge base of the company or the agents who interact with customers who upload images and all of that. And so next time someone uploads, or if they have to refer this, they can go and take a look at the knowledge base that has been populated. And next up is sentiment analysis. So again, I'm taking example of CRM, Desk, or anything like that, but all these capabilities are available in all of Zoho's products. So our sentiment analysis engine basically scans an incoming email, and then it also scans the previous emails from a customer, and then does some extraction, processing, and analysis on it, and then tells what the particular sentiment of the image is. So for example, you have an irate customer who is unhappy with the support that you're providing or anything like that. And then the engine will first do the first level of analysis and show all the relevant information that the agent would need at the first glance. So on top of this, our customers can configure generative AI actions where the LLM, based on information that the ZIA engine has provided, can generate an actionable summary for the support person who is going through the ticket. And then they can decide how to approach or solve the problem for the customer. And then the LLM can also generate suggested solutions for the support agent who is going through this ticket on how they can help this particular customer. And also, it is also possible to set up automated response drafting. So LLM itself will craft a email response to them. And once the agent takes a look, and when I say agent, it's the human person, with agentic and all of that. So they'll have to approve the drafted email, and then it will be sent to the customer. And the same with recommendations also. So we have the recommendation engine built in. So based on a particular customer's transaction history, or the kind of products that they've purchased, say if they're using an inventory system or a e-commerce platform or anything like that, the Zia engine can then tell the sales agent or anyone what kind of products we can then recommend to that particular customer. So if the UI kind of looks like this, so you upload all the product details for the recommendation engine to train on. So you just select the products module here, and then it will analyze it and then start generating recommendations next time when you interact with that particular customer in CRM. So in this case, this is an electronics product platform or something like that. And when the salesperson opens that particular customer's contact in CRM, the engine sort of recommends what products they can then upsell to that particular customer. And on top of this, the GenAI action that can be done is obviously sending this as a marketing campaign and then sending it to them. Hey, you bought this. Would you like to purchase this? And because we are using an LLM here and it has the data, it sends proper personalized emails to each of that particular customer. And this can also be fed into custom chatbots. So if there is a chatbot on the website and someone says, hey, I bought this from you and I need some recommendations on what I need to buy next. So that chatbot's powered by LLM will feed into the data that is being generated by the engine and then generate responses to that customer. And finally, in the analytics space, so some of you may have heard of it. Zoho has its own business analytics platform called as Zoho Analytics. And there we've implemented generative AI in such a way that they can talk to an LLM and gain insights from whatever business reports that they are currently viewing. And it's not just details about the entire report. If you have certain specific questions, or if you want sub-reports out of it or information out of the report, it can answer that too. And LLMs, as we all know, are great at summarizing. So if you give it a report and then ask it to generate insights out of it, it goes through all the data that is being provided to it and then generates business insights. For example, what the upward trend is looking like and seasonality and all of that information. So obviously, you can see a theme here. We are using our contextual engine for offloading a lot of the key critical components where we cannot have hallucinations or anything like this. And then we use LLMs on top of it to deliver more personalized results for a particular customer. So what's the tech powering all of this at Zoho? So we've been, apart from the intelligence engine, we've been doing a lot of research into the LLM space as well. And since I mentioned goals about, in sustainability and then affordability and business context and all of that, we have our own small language models. We call them SLMs. And they are in the 3 to 7 billion parameter range, and they run easy on the CPU itself. They don't need a GPU to run. So we can reserve the GPU for more computationally intensive tasks. And it's very easy to fine tune for specific use cases like summarization or email response drafting or anything like that. So we don't really have to throw a massive I don't know, like 80 billion context model for doing something like this. And in the targeted domains that they are trained to run on, they give us very high accuracy to do what we want to achieve with our products. And the next one that we've done a lot of research on are MLMs or medium language models. So they're slightly bigger than the LLMs with more parameter range. And because of their size, they have a bit more emergent capabilities. So they're not just good at one thing. They are a bit more versatile as well. And they're tunable for not just one or two tasks, but 3 or 4 simultaneous things at the same time as well. So all of these LLMs are built, or sorry, SLMs and MLMs are built in-house at Zoho. We have our research teams working very hard to do all of this. And probably you may be wondering, there are so many other LLM providers and players in the market. Why is Zoho doing this themselves? So the answer for that is our deep-rooted tech stack. So I'm sure Bharat spoke to you in depth about how we do everything in-house at Zoho, and so we really mean it when we say that. So right from the physical data centers, everything is built by us over 25 years of research. So we have our own data centers, we have our own backend frameworks called as Mickey. We have our own internal front end frameworks. We have our own CDN and all of that. So in fact, any new product which is being built in Zoho does not have to reinvent the wheel again and again. So we sort of have our own internal serverless platform that our developers use to build our applications. And this platform and infrastructure is what we are now extending to developers like you around the world in the form of Catalyst. So some of you may have visited our booth and taken a look at it, but yeah, Catalyst is a powerful full stack application development platform that runs on Zoho's cloud. And as part of the Catalyst platform, we also have Zoho Aptics. So once you build the application, if you really want very strong, comprehensive product analytics and crash reporting and logging and all of that, Aptics is great, and it works with any platform. So iOS, Android. If you build games with Unity, Aptics works with that as well. To sort of give you an overview of what capabilities that this platform provides. So we provide a compute as a service, serverless functions, and we provide services for web and mobile hosting, and we provide CLI and SDKs for almost all major programming languages and frameworks. We have our own CI/CD pipelines, and on the AI and ML space. So the same Zia engine that you saw, we are now giving it as components that you can use in whatever applications that you are building. And if you want to build custom models yourself, we have a service called as QuickML that lets you do that. So if you want to build your own fraud detection or churn prediction algorithms, you can do that using QuickML on your own data. And we're also working to bring our own custom LLMs into this platform as well, so that you can leverage them in your own applications. So we also do a backend as a service. So we have our own data store and our own object storage solution called as Stratus, Search, NoSQL, and all of that. So our platform works with almost all of the major programming languages and frameworks that you are all familiar with. And if you have any questions, and if you want to take a look at Catalyst, get a demo of it, or if you want to know about Aptics, feel free to come say hi to us at our booth. So it's right there at the entrance. We'll be really happy to have you here. Thank you.